Alright, here we are ready to start our lesson, and today it is an activity called number sentence swap. So if I said 4 plus what equals 5, you would say 1. If that's true, then 14 plus what equals 15, you would say 1. So we're going to keep going just like that. So let's go with 5 plus what equals 7? 2, right? And then 15 plus what equals 17? 2. Good, you're catching on. Okay, and how about 4 plus what equals 8? 4, good. So 14 plus what equals 18? 4, right. Let's see, one more. 5 plus what equals 8? 3. So 15 plus what equals 18? 3. Good job. Yes, you see how it's you see the pattern? Yeah, because I'm moving within the ones. I'm adding and subtracting. In this case, adding within the ones. Okay, good guys. So let's go ahead to our application problem. It is in your Learn book on page number 221. So our good old flower bed book. Modules 2 and 3. We've been in here for a while, but Module 3 is not very long, but yeah, page number 221. And we're going to go ahead. It reads, Julia's lollipop is 15 centimeters long. She measured the lollipop with 9 red centimeter cubes and some blue centimeter cubes. How many blue centimeter cubes did she use? How many blue centimeter cubes did she use is what we're trying to find out. Right, guys? So you know it's going to pop up for you to prompt you to answer the question. That is your 3 minutes of work time. I do want you to, take your time to try to work it, and then we'll work through it together. So go ahead, and we'll read it one more time for you. Julia's lollipop is 15 centimeters long. She measured the lollipop with 9 red centimeter cubes and some blue centimeter cubes. How many blue centimeter cubes did she use? Remember to use your tools, your read and draw and write method. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this and do this together. It says Julia's lollipop is 15 centimeters long. That means we are given the whole first. Good. So let's start with the number sentence. It's 15 centimeters long. She measured it with 9 red centimeter cubes. So it equals 9 red and some blue centimeter cubes plus some blue. So we don't know how many blue there are, correct? Correct. That is what we're trying to find out. How many blue there are. Good job. So what are we going to do to solve this problem? Well, what do we know about number bonds? So I've got the whole is equal to this part plus this part, right? But look at one from the whole is equal to this part and that part, but I could also say the whole minus the part I know equals the part I don't. So this can become 15 minus 9 is equal to our missing number, the blue cubes. So let's draw a picture to actually do the work with it as a subtraction problem, which means what we're going to draw first is the whole. So let's go ahead and draw 15 as the whole. That is our whole of 15, and we're going to take away 9. Taking away 9, we're going to use our take from 10 strategy, and we're literally going to take 9 away from the group of 10. And then we're going to count how many are left. There's 5 outside of the group, and 1 inside. So 5 and 1 is 6, which tells us that how many blue centimeter cubes did she use? She used 6 blue centimeter cubes. She used 6 blue centimeter cubes. Great, guys. Great, great. Okay, so now We've applied some of the work we've been doing, measuring and subtracting and adding. It's all coming together. Let's go ahead and actually do some measuring today. The tool we will use will be our centimeter, our sticks of centimeter cubes. And while I'm erasing, I hope you've got your Succeed book. Okay, we're going to, let me explain it to you a little bit first. So, without measuring, can you order these three objects from shortest to longest? It's kind of hard, they're all jumbled up. But what about when I put them like this? Can you then measure them from shortest to longest? You can, because we can see them. We have them starting at the same place. They're lined up, and now, with them lined up at one end, we can organize them where it's like a little stair step. So the crayon, the marker, and then the pencil. That's the correct order. Good. From shortest to longest. You have to line them up to compare one another. Good job. Alright, so now is where we'll get into doing some work. We're going to measure these little fishies. And that's on page 319 in our Succeed book. You know, the bedroom book, because it's in theory your homework book. Yeah. I use this on purpose. We've already established that it'd be a really bad idea to take our centimeter cubes to the board, right? Yeah, because the number's going to be way, way off. So let me go ahead and switch my camera. And open my book. And we see I have the same little fishies you have. All the same little fishies you have on page 319. Am I standing in the way? How do I get out of the way? Page number 319 in my Succeed book. 319 in my Succeed book, guys. And we're going to measure each fish, and we're going to record the length of each fish that we measured. Now, remember, you have to start at one end and measure to the other end. So let's measure fish letter A with our centimeters. How long from the longest point is this fish? Let's see, we might have to shift our centimeters so that it lines up to make a straight line across the longest part of this fish. Let's count what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fish A we see is 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. Let's measure fish B. Fish B looks kind of like a shark if you ask me. What do you think? A little bit sharky? Yeah, a little sharky. Okay, I'm ready. Am I ready? I'm not, because see, I'm lined up with his teeth, but his nose is really the furthest point on his body. So let's line up with his nose and measure his whole length, the full length of this shark. Okay, lining up with his nose, we see that he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 centimeters. This fish is 9 centimeters long. Let's keep going. Let's look at this little clownfish, Nemo, marlin looking guy right here. And I'm going to measure him this way. No, I can't do that. Why not? Oh, we want to know how long he is, not how tall or wide he is. So we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to measure from one end all the way to the other end of this fish here. We're going to say that he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 centimeters long. Marlin Nemo is 8 centimeters long. Good job. Okay, what about this little rainbow fish guy over here? Little rainbow fish guy. How about if I go right here? No, that's just the width of his tail. What about if I stop? What if I start here at this little dip? No, that's not the longest point. We must start at the one end and measure to the other end. It's like if you're trying to go through the drive-thru and it stops here and you go boop. Oh, we didn't account for all of the space we take up. Or better yet, if you're swimming in the pool and say the pool is 5 feet deep. That's up here. I'm only 4'11", so the pool is right here. The 5 feet of water is here. Is this a good place for me to be if I don't know how to swim? You have to account for all of the pieces, and especially if you're swimming where your mouth is, because your head might be 5 feet, but your mouth is like 4'3", 4'6". So So let's measure this fish here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you say he's 5 or 6 centimeters long? He is 5 centimeters long. Good, yes. The rainbow fish is 5 centimeters long. And our last little fishy down here, now he's kind of laying on a curve, so you're going to have to kind of tilt your centimeter sticks, because see, it's a straight line, so even when you tilt it, you're still measuring straight. Now, if you bend it, that's something totally different, and that will give you not good measurements. Okay, so from the longest part of his tail to the tippy tip of his nose, we're going to measure him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is 7 centimeters long. Now, I want you to look real quick at fish A, B, and C. Could you put those in order from longest to shortest? I can. I'm just counting down. So 9 is the longest. So B, C, A. Good job. Great work, guys. Great work. So that is us practicing measuring. In just a moment, of course, you're going to do some yourself. But first, I have a couple bonus problems for you. There are actually word problems. So that sheet of paper we were just working on, if you flip it over to the back side, there are 2 word problems. We're going to do those together because it's always good to keep some word problem practice under the belt, because that's when you're applying it to, potential real life situations. This is important. All right, number 4 reads, Henry gets a new pencil that is 19 centimeters long. He sharpens the pencil several times. It is now 9 centimeters long. How much shorter is the pencil now than when it was new? So just like any other pencil, it starts new and big, and then you use it and you sharpen it, and you use it and you sharpen it, and you use it and you sharpen it, and you use it and sharpen it, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, so it's all gone. And we know the measurement of Henry's pencil. So let's do a math problem, a number sentence, using our numbers, using our subtraction skills to figure out how much shorter his pencil is. So we know how big it was when it started, how long it was when it started, and we know how short it is now. We're trying to find out how much shorter, how much more short did it get from sharpening. So we're going to start with this pencil that is 19 centimeters long minus the 9 centimeters it now is, to find out how many centimeters shorter. How many centimeters shorter? So what I want to do for this one, I want to use our number bond in our take from 10 strategy. So we're going to break apart 19 into a group of 10 and 9 ones. Now, generally speaking, we call the next step take from 10. But if you'll notice, the number of ones we're taking away, which is 9, matches the number of ones we have in 19, which is also 9. So I can leave my group of 10 alone. And 9 minus 9 is 0, leaving me with a group of 10, telling us that his pencil is 10 centimeters shorter. Okay, now let's go on to number 5. It reads, Malik and Jared each found a stick at the park. Malik found a stick that was 11 centimeters long. Jared found a stick that was 17 centimeters long. How much longer was Jared's stick? So what we're doing here is we're comparing the length of the 2 sticks. We want to go how much space above Malik's stick is there until we get to the end of Jared's stick. Let me show you with a picture here. So we know that they each found a stick, and we know that Malik's stick, this isn't definitely 11, but we're going to make it 11. Malik's stick is 11 centimeters long. Now, if you want to see it, you can get a ruler, but we're making an illustration, just kind of show what we're doing. And we know that Jared's stick is 17 centimeters long. Whether this is exactly 17 or not doesn't matter. We know that 17 is a bigger number, therefore a longer stick than Malik's. What we're trying to find out, what we want to know, is how much space, a little bit shorter, is right here. This is our missing number. So we're doing addition or subtraction. Well, we know the big number, the whole, and we know a part, so we're trying to find the other part. We're trying to find the other part. Good. So this time, I want to actually count on. I want to count on. I want to use a missing number addition sentence to subtract. What? Because when we have a missing number addition sentence, it is the same as saying 17 minus 11. But if you'll look, 11, put in your brain, 11, just count on until we get to 17. Do it again. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That was easier than actually subtracting, wasn't it? This is why I keep teaching you all these different strategies to do the same thing. It's exactly why. Now tell me again, how many centimeters longer was Jared's stick? 6. 6. Good. So for our word answer, we want to know that it is 6 centimeters long. Is that it? Am I done? No, I am not done, because nothing here was 6 centimeters long. One stick is 11 centimeters, the other stick is 17 centimeters. The answer is that it is 6 centimeters longer. And remember we said that at the end of a word means more. So that tells us that Jared's stick is 6 centimeters more long than Malik's stick. Okay? We're trying to find that space in between. Now it's time for you to get to work by yourself. And you'll notice there are 3 pieces of the picture today, because your problem set in your Learn book that starts on 223 is front, back, and front. So it's front, back, and front this time. And you are going to be measuring things in your book. And so that means that when it's time to do your exit ticket, you don't have to measure things, because the measurements are given to you. The measurements are given to you. So what I will prompt you to do is to actually answer the questions. So it'd be really beneficial to turn the page in your book from that, where you were doing your problem set. Aha. So on that page 227, looking at this while you're answering these questions, which I'm going to have you answer, where it says order the pictures of the tools from shortest to longest, and how much longer is the screwdriver than the wrench. Remember we said longer means more long, shorter, more short. So how much more long is this screwdriver than the wrench? You're going to tell me how many centimeters. So therefore, you're going to need to do some math, some subtraction, or some counting on. So that's our missing part addition sentences to solve the problem. And click submit when you're done. Please, please, please click submit when you're done. And so also though, if you feel like you need more practice, the great thing about Zearn is it matches what we're doing lesson for lesson. So if you're all caught up on Zearn, your Zearn lesson will provide you with more opportunities to do this exact same thing. Alright guys, but that does conclude our lesson for today. And until next time, bye!